talk that, can't talk twice. Now they pray on my downfall. Everything I do, I gotta walk like. Let them in, jack it off. Rich songs.
It's week 4 of the NFL, and our focus is on Rachaad White. He's coming off a great week, reaching triple digits in yards with a collection of touchdowns. It's the Bucs and the Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight we finish off week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting on a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. To throw is Wilson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one. And their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now Wilson down around his goal line. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now left side on the swing pass. So nothing doing there, and it's 2nd down. And there on your screen, Charles, the key inactives guys out this week.
And there's never anything good about any injury, but there's a silver lining to them. Is that it creates opportunity for someone else on the depth chart. Will they take advantage of it with good play? Or have they not prepared well, thinking they'll never get on the field, and they'll go out there and hurt their team?
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They run for the first time here with Rachaad White. get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The numbers for White a week ago. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Play fake, Brissett. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Play action now, Brissett. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Cade Otton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The tight end can kind of be that diamond in the rough secret weapon that you have. And right there they show you why.
And it's becoming less of a secret, isn't it, partner? Every game that we do nowadays, the tight end is a featured receiver, not just a blocker, as in the days of old.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this.
Play is under review.
Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. White. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Rashad White hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam. And he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They trail now 9-0. The opening safety followed by the touchdown a moment ago. So an early hole to dig out of as the drive starts 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game. And I'm telling you, that is a confidence builder and a trust builder on both sides. What I mean by that is coaching staff putting together a game plan, players executing it. Now both of them are in sync.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, it's 9-0. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Wilson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First down, Denver.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 35 yards. And the Broncos are back within a score.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach often...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Rashad White. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down, Broncos.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now Wilson on second down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
They're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. It's third and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Up the middle, it's Williams. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Fielded at the 20. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Sam Howell, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Aaron Rodgers, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Joe Burrow, excellent in the victory as his guys moved to 3-1 after 4 games. It was a solid first half for the running back, Rachaad White. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium, both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. That is caught, it's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 35. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. He can't get him down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but closed there quickly at the end. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, here's White. And he's into the end zone for Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Slide for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Rashad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Play action. It's Wilson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. Shedding through the defense. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all living on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Here's White. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White with career touchdown number 70. And the Bucs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Looking to throw. Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White.
He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Second down and 4.
They keep it on the ground. White again.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Going right side is White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Rachaad White.
A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Bucs are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They go right back to White here on first down. Fights off the defender. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. give him 2 on the play.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Sly on for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was Rachaad White who wrapped the drive up with a touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Wilson.
And that's going to be caught by Sutton.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
First down, Denver.
This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Bucs, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.